The next performer I got to meet before the show at a little reception for the performers, and she is such a powerful presence, and that you all are here to be in the same space with her, you are going to be blessed. She is a Pink House defender at the One Abortion Clinic in Jackson, Mississippi, in all of Mississippi. And she has such a beautiful power. Please help me welcome Michelle Colon.
Clinic in Jackson, Mississippi, the Pink House. The most beautiful abortion clinic in the entire world. 20 years, we celebrated our 20th anniversary this year in February. And we got 20 more years. Times like infinity, times infinity, times infinity. And I just want to say a special shout out to all of my anti-fans out there, because I'm pretty sure that there's some of you all out here. And that's good. I'm glad you bought a ticket. Make sure you go to the bar, get some drinks. Go back there to the back, buy some tickets, but get you a vibrator, do all of that stuff. I'm not a comedian. I'm not even going to try to be funny. I'm just going to tell you like a day in the life of a PhD. So, first of all, we have 3 doctors now, 2 African American and 1 white. So our antis, both the traveling anti circuit, which consists of, get your pens and pencils, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you all who are not familiarized. You have OSA, which in PhD language stands for Operation Oppress America. You have the AHAs, which the PhD definition is annihilate her autonomy. Okay, we like to call them the ahas, okay, because that's what we do when we see them. We're like, ah. They go by the name of, what is it again? I don't even know, because I call them abolish human abortion. And they all walk around with these beards, like they think they're the fucking disciples or something. And I'm not talking about this disciple, okay? They think that they're the disciples with Jesus. But anyway, they're a joke. Then you have the survivors of the abortion Holocaust, which always gets me, because I'm like, if you had come to the Pink House, it would be no motherfucking survivors. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? Oh, thank you. I also want to say, I'm not a big social media person, but they were just telling me that right now, this event is trendy in D.C. So I want you all, okay, because like I said, I'm not a comedian, I only get like 10 minutes. I want to see my whole entire screen the entire time I'm up here. I want to see the flash and coochies up here. So get the tweet. And this is for my entire LGBTQI and everything in between family, okay? I want to see the flash and vaginas up here while I'm up here, because I didn't come from Mississippi today to just have a dark screen behind me, okay? My favorite color is pink. I bleed pink, okay? Okay, so a day in the life of a PhD. So we have the antis that come out in the morning, they come out with their signs, and they come out with their Bibles, and they come out with their chairs, fine, whatever. But what I saw was, I'm like, okay, we don't have any signs for my black doctors, and I take offense to that. What the fuck? I want a sign that says Willie Parker is killing babies here too. They say ask and you shall receive. It took them about 6 months. I got a big ass sign that say Willie Parker is killing babies here. Then I say, because they always talking about, oh, Michelle, you're killing your own people. No, I'm not. Ain't no people. What are you talking about? They're not people. What I do is I save women's lives. I save women's lives. And just like I'll save an anti-woman's life, when she needs to come across that line, I'll carry her ass on my back so she can get into the pink house nice and safe. I don't see no vaginas on the screen. Y'all better get to tweeting, move those thumbs and shit now. Come on. So then I said, you all are always trying to get me on the whole black thing and the African-American babies. I said, well, give me some fucking pictures of some African-American babies. You sit up here and you talk to the African-American patients. You tell them about how you could kill, am I getting vagina? All right, holla! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. PhD, baby, PhD. Okay, so I said, you sit up here and you try to like connect with African-American patients, but all of your pictures and stuff are about white babies. Give me some goddamn colored babies on these posters. What the fuck? Ask and you shall receive. It took them about a year and a half, and one of my sweet little, and like I say, I want to invite you all to come to Jackson because like I say, we engage. I'll say it again. In Jackson, Mississippi, at the last abortion clinic in the state, we engage. It works for us. And the reason why we engage, because what else is there for us to lose if we're the only abortion clinic in the entire state? The governor's plan, and he ran on his platform, I want to make abortion, I'm going to make Mississippi the first abortion-free state. We got the governor, the politicians, the churches, and everybody else on our ass trying to close our clinic. What do we have to lose? You go out like a motherfucking soldier, and that's what we do in Jackson. Okay? We are the heart of Fondren. That's the name of our neighborhood. The heart of Fondren, okay? So one of my sweet little aunties, which I don't really have a problem with her, she pulls out of her trunk this cute little Photoshop photo of this beautiful African-American woman with this beautiful baby, African-American baby. And I just fell to the floor, and I'm like, thank you, Laura. Thank you for, getting me my sign. And even the antis had to fucking laugh, okay? Because they're like, oh, hell. But then when we examined the photo, the little African-American baby has blue eyes. And I mean, his eyes look like the eyes that are in like a Lens Crafters advertisement. For fucking contacts, right? But that's okay, because ask and you shall receive, right? So, Dr. Parker, how many people know who Dr. Willie Parker is? Okay. Me and Dr. Parker, like, he ain't all that to me. He ain't shit. He's like my brother. So we fight like brother and sister, right? So they always would call the other doctor by his name, but then when Dr. Parker, who's our African-American doctor, would roll up, Willie Parker, you need to stop killing the babies. I said, well, shit, if he don't do them, who else is supposed to do it? And I said, you're going to call this man Dr. Parker. Willie Parker was his father. And so we went back and forth at this and said, no, one day he was driving in, and I'm standing at the gates of hell. Because when you stand at the gates of hell, you got to turn the heat up, right? So Dr. Parker's coming in, and the antis are like, Willie Parker. And before I just kind of looked, I wasn't even thinking about it. Dr. Parker, stop killing babies. So I go to get Dr. Parker inside, and I've always told the doctors if they ever felt that I had crossed the line as far as their comfort level to let me know. Okay, check me, it's okay. Dr. Parker gets out the car. That day I wasn't even paying attention to the antis because they were well-behaved, because they've been pink house trained, okay? So then Dr. Parker gets out the car, and Michelle, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I'm like, sir, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I said, what, do you want us to stand down from engaging? He said, you got that man calling me Dr. Willie Parker. I said, that's your name. And if they can call the white doctors doctors and call them by they're going to call you a motherfucking doctor too, because that's what you are. I'm trying to think of another, all of our stories are pretty funny. They really, really are. Oh, okay, I got one. Because how much more time I got? Okay, I got another one. Okay, so they're always saying, we got one little lady. I don't even like to call out their names because I feel like when we call out their names, we validate them. But I got one little woman who she'll say, you'll have a beautiful baby. This is what she says. And so I just start fucking laughing. Because let's be honest, not all babies are beautiful. Some of them look like aliens. They're all wrinkly, and they're just the most unattractive things, so stop lying. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, she'll say, you have a beautiful baby. And I said, until she doesn't, you know, like, what the fuck? And then one time, we're in there, we sit on this corner, right? And, you know, they always tell you this shit about how, first of all, we're not a Planned Parenthood, we're an independent clinic. And so they come out there and they start talking that shit about Planned Parenthood. And then I gotta educate the motherfucking antis on their movement. So I have to tell them, young man or young woman or old person, walk down the hill, make a left at that corner, and then I want you to stand there. Turn your head very slightly. Look at that sign on the hill and read it aloud. It says, Jackson Women's Health Organization, AKA Jehu, BKA the Pink House. Get it together. And I love independent abortion providers because they're so fucking badass. You know, they don't have the financial arsenal to fight back as much as like the Planned Parenthoods. And so they're the ones that are closing first and foremost. So how many people just by applause in here are clinic defenders or clinic escorts? Okay, fucking awesome. There's a table back there, there's a team back there, and I'm giving y'all a shout out. Megan, raise your hand, everybody turn around. All right. They are the Washington Area Clinic Defense Task Force. I fucking love that name. Washington Area Clinic Defense Task Force. When you leave from here, after you go and have some more drinks, make sure you hook up the bartenders and give them tips and all of that. Show your tits. I don't know how y'all do it here, but you know, do your thing. For those of you all who are not escorts or defenders, you need to go back there to that table. You need to talk to those women. You need to sign that sign-up sheet. You need to take their training. And then you need to show up Monday through Saturday. You can get 1 motherfucking hour, okay? Stop playing them games. Get off of Twitter and Facebook. You know, if you go to the club, strip club, I don't care what you do. Give them an hour and go and defend your abortion providers here. Okay? That's my challenge to you. Then, when they train you, bring it on down to 55 South and stop off in Jackson, because I want you to stand side by side with me at the gates of hell, AKA the Pink House, with me and the rest of my crew. So, make sure you go to the table, Washington Area Clinic Defense Task Force, and sign up to be a volunteer. From what she told me, they help 8 clinics in the area, and not all of those clinics have a strong group. You are that strong group. So now I'm going to ask you, how many clinic defenders or escorts do we have in this room? That's what I'm talking about. So 2 more things, and I'm getting ready to wrap it up. 1, I've been in contact with my crew. And so they've been saying, Michelle, so-and-so's been asking, where's Michelle? Where's Michelle? I said, tell them I'm like their God. I'm every fucking where. Okay? They keep on asking, what am I doing? I said, tell them I have a meeting with the Koch brothers because I'm about to get funding for the PhDs. I said, and if somebody else asks where I am, I said, tell them that I'm breaking ground on the Pink House Palace. So another Pink House is coming to a neighborhood near you, where we will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because not every woman can get in Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Okay, I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Okay, one thing. On the count of 3, I want y'all to say, I love the Pink House. And this is for my Pink House Defender cohorts back home. Ready? Dorinda, Amelie, Jamie, James, Homie James, Kaylee, Taylor Grace, Tony, Scott. Ready? 1, 2, 3.